Derek and Romaine on Sirius outq 149.
This is Derek Hartley along with Romaine Patterson, Danglin' Dan, and you. And you call us at 866-305-6887. Joining us now from Hollywood, USA is Matt Mahaffey. He is a musician and engineer, and he has a band, sElf. Matt, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you on the show.
Anytime.
You know what? We already have a call for you.
All right.
I know you just got here, but somebody's already calling, so we might as well just put him on the air, right?
Dangerous.
Is it? Do you think so?
I have no idea.
Are you being stalked? I guess we'll find out. All right. Jason, you're on with Derek and Romaine.
Hi, Jason.
Hello?
Matt?
That's me.
Hey, man. We want some more music from you, man.
All right. Well, you should call DreamWorks.
You having problems with them?
Well, they kind of have my record right now, so unfortunately the label doesn't exist anymore, so I guess you can't call them at all. That's a dead end. Call Universal.
Now, Jason, are you a big fan of sElf?
Oh, yeah, I love them. They're great.
Thank you.
Excellent.
So hopefully you'll get some music out.
Well, one way or another, there'll be a new record as soon as possible. There's one done. I just don't know if it will see the light of day.
Yes,
right, well,
I hate it when those politics come out.
Yeah, it's painful. It's really painful. The music industry is in a bad state right now.
That's true.
I just wanted to say that I really enjoyed Gizmadry and all your other stuff. It's really
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right, Jason, thanks for the call.
Thanks, Jason.
Yeah.
Bye. And if you would like to talk to Matt Mahaffey, you can call us as well at 866-305-6887. Jason sounds really depressed since it's been a while since your last album came out.
Yeah, I guess it has been a couple of years, but it doesn't seem like that for me because I've been making the records. It's just whether they get released or not is another story.
Yeah, you've been keeping very, very busy.
I have since I moved to Los Angeles. I've really my resume is smoldering.
I know. I was looking at it just today. So, first of all, with sElf, you're the most prolific person I've seen in a long time. Your resume made me tired. First of all, sElf has put out, what, 5 albums? 6?
Yes, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So, you've already had 5 albums, which is more than the Rolling Stones have done. And you guys have toured as a band as well. And then you also work as a musician and engineer for other bands.
Sure.
So, you're working all the time.
Every day.
I don't know how you do it.
It depends. Honestly, it depends, day to day, what it is. It could be film or television or rock and roll or hip-hop or whatever. I get into doing something different every day.
Excellent. All right. Well, we got something very usual on our show. More phone calls. Let's go now to Tom in California. Tom, you're on with Derek and Romaine and Matt Mahaffey of sElf.
Hey, guys. Nice show.
Thanks.
Hey, Matt, who are some of the artists you're working with lately?
Right now, this very minute, I'm putting some keyboards on a solo record by a guy named Steve Harwell, who is the singer for Smash Mouth. So I'm just laying down some ill tracks for him today.
Some ill tracks, huh?
I hope they're ill.
kind of like trunk full of amps, or what?
I still do have a trunk full of amps. Yes, I do.
Good work.
Wow.
All right, well, I look forward to your next album.
Right on. I look forward to you hearing it.
All right, take it easy.
Great. Tom, thanks for your call.
Thanks, Tom.
Bye. Wow. Matt, you have a large fan base, don't you?
It's pretty amazing that people actually are calling in to your show. It's really amazing that people give me props every now and then. It's very nice.
Well, good. We should have you on the show more often. The phone rings. The phone rings when you join us. You've been here for 3 minutes. Wait, Mary in Santa Monica, California. You're on with Derek and Romaine.
Hi, Mary.
Hey, what's up, you guys?
Hey.
Greetings. Is Matt Mahaffey on the line?
Yes, he is.
Talk to him.
All right. Hey, Matt, I'm Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Hey. Been a fan for going on 5 years now, and I'd like a little bit of advice.
All right.
One of my favorite things about all the songs you've written is that they're kind of random. They're not just about love and relationships, or not exactly as soon as you listen to them. So what kind of advice would you give to musicians that are stuck in a rut and keep writing songs about the same thing?
Well, see, that's bizarre that you would say that I don't write about relationships, because primarily you can relate any song that I've ever written to some sort of relationship. And that's the amazing thing about being a songwriter is that when you go back and you listen to some work that you've done, be it a couple of years or even 3 months, you tend to remember what kind of position you were in romantically when you listen to that song, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember her,
Yeah.
So it's kind of a bizarre thing. It kind of serves as like a tracer of styles and values when you listen to your old work. So I guess if you're in a rut, I would just start doing it David Bowie style and flipping through dictionaries and just pasting words together.
Good call, man. Good call. It's impossible to get bored with your music. I'll tell you that much.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, Mary, thanks so much for your call.
No problem, you guys. Thanks so much for connecting me.
It's our pleasure. I feel like a telephone operator. For Matt Mahaffey. He is with us, and you can give us a call at 866-305-6887 if you want to talk to him about his band sElf, or talk to him about his career as a musician and engineer. We got more phone calls for you, so let's go now to Mike in Massachusetts.
Hi, Mike.
Mike, you're on with Derek and Romaine and Matt Mahaffey.
Hey, what's up, Matt?
What's happening?
How you doing, man?
I'm hanging out with my dog who just had his tail amputated.
Oh, that's terrible.
That sucks.
Yes, it is.
And anyway, I just wanted to know, I read a lot online and shit that you're. Oh, sorry. That you're.
You can
You
say
can
shit.
cuss.
It's okay.
Oh, cool.
It's satellite.
Yeah, you're the man behind the board. You're like the engineer, I just
Yeah.
wanted to know, if you took any classes or anything, or was it self-taught or whatever?
Well, I tried to go to school for recording, and I didn't really pan out. They were teaching me how to kind of wrap microphone cables in class.
That
And
sucks.
I was,
I've been there.
Yeah, and I was making music out of my dorm room, and so I got suspended from college and never really went back. And luckily I took all my English classes,
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm not saying that college has nothing to offer. I just don't think that recording is something that you can really teach in a textbook or a classroom necessarily. You can learn about publishing and copywriting your songs and protecting yourself legally, which is a great thing. But as far as I think making music is an art. It's just like being a good cook or a great painter,
See, now, Matt, I would actually disagree with you slightly because I went to a school in Arizona, a recording engineering school called the Conservatory of Recording Arts and Sciences.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And it was really great and hands-on, and I loved it. It was one of the best experiences of my life. And I learned a lot in the classes.
And you see how your careers have gone. See, he went on to become one of the top engineers in Hollywood, and Romaine talks dirty on the radio all day. So clearly she made the right choice.
Yeah, you got me there.
All right, Mike, thanks so much for your call.
All right, take
All
care.
right, bye. Now let's go to Kevin in Chicago. He's on one. Kevin, you're on with Derek and Romaine and Matt Mahaffey.
Hi, Kevin.
How you doing?
Good.
So, Matt, I don't know if it's a little premature, but a lot of us have kind of given up on seeing DreamWorks release Ornament and Crime.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about putting out something independently? I understand you probably don't own the masters to Ornament and Crime, but your new things?
Exactly. I've released basically everything that didn't make it on Ornament and Crime on my website, selfmusic.net, and there's maybe 12, 17 songs available online. But I've always tried to release things in a timely fashion. It's just that the music business is really in a bad state for me, I think, as far as rock and roll is concerned. And the record that I ended up making for DreamWorks, basically at the end of the day, it's kind of stylistically designed by them, to fit a certain mold. It's like a love letter to K-Rock, which is a radio station out here. Mm-hmm. And it's not necessarily really what I want to say, so when I didn't have access to that album at the end of the day, it didn't really break my heart. I mean, I love those songs. I'm married to some of those songs. But at the end of the day, it's like I'm going to make more music that is closer to my heart.
Well, now, there were a few songs that were on the B-side page that were going to originally be on the album, right? Like now.
Well, all of those were pitched to be on an album. I mean, I moved to Los Angeles so I could drive to DreamWorks every day when I'd write a song and just be like, hey, you got 5 minutes, check this out, listen to it. And if they smiled, then it hopefully went on the record. If they didn't smile, then it ended up on my website. So, I mean, either way, the music that I put up on my website for free is basically there because I don't think anyone would have access to it otherwise. But I have thought about independent, release, and I'm actually pursuing some things in Japan and in the States right now.
Great.
All right. Well, Kevin, thanks so much for your call.
Thanks.
Okay, 866-305-6887 is our number. Our guest is Matt Mahaffey of the band sElf. He's also a musician and engineer, and his website is selfmusic.net. You can get more information about him there, or by calling us. And now, Matt, we'll go to James in Florida. This is the easiest job
I know,
ever.
I'm like, I'm just going to take a little nap.
Yeah, we're just going to sit here, and I'll just answer the phone, and then you can talk to your fans. This will be fun.
This is kind of fun.
James in Florida, you're on with Derek and Romaine.
Hi, James.
And Matt Mahaffey.
Hi, guys. Hi, Matt.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, this is James from the C60s.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm great. Listen, I wanted to ask you about Andy from Jellyfish. Did you ever get any work done with him, and will we ever be able to hear any of it?
You know, Andy's a bizarre cat. He will call me and say, "Hey, man, I got this thing I want you to work on," and I'll be like, "Great." And he'll say he's going to send me a link, or he's going to come over and put a CD in my mailbox.
Right.
And we never get anything going.
Oh.
It's really bizarre.
That's a shame. Two of you guys together would be great.
Yes, it would. I actually just played with Jason Faulkner, though, who was also in the Jellyfish, and we did a night at this club called Spaceland in Silver Lake, which we did a tribute to the Dukes of Stratosphere, which was an XTC side project. It was like this fictitious 60s psychedelic band, and we were called the Dukes of Silver Lake, and it was a lot of fun.
Look, I hope you can get your record out one way or the other, because we're all waiting to hear something new from you.
Right on. It's good to hear from you.
Yeah, hopefully I'll see you in Florida sometime soon.
Right on.
All right, brother.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Now, didn't you work on his album?
I sure did, yeah. We recorded down at Criteria in Miami, and they took me down to South Beach, and that was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I mean, those people down there are just inhuman. They're just the most beautiful people I've ever seen.
Wow.
And I just look like I was on heroin compared to them.
All right. Well, I have a special message to Kenny in Michigan, who's in San Francisco today. One of our listeners said you should go to the End Up at 3rd Street in Harrison. All right.
Okay, good.
I'm just passing on personal messages here in the middle of our show, Derek and Romaine, on Sirius outq 149. It's what I do.
I know.
I answer the phone and I pass on personal messages. Okay.
Great.
I know. It's as jobs go, it's pretty easy.
Pretty divine.
Matt Mahaffey is our guest, as you already know by the volume of phone calls for him. Let's go now to Kevin in Massachusetts. Kevin, you're on with Matt Mahaffey.
Hey, Matt. How you doing?
Hi, Kevin.
Oh, man. I'm like starstruck right now talking to you on the phone. Have you ever, you were talking about, writing songs lyrically and relating them to personal things and relationships and everything?
Sure.
And I write all my own songs, and I find myself blowing things out of proportion just to make a cool song out of it, you know?
Sure.
Have you ever done that? Take a situation and just completely blow it out of proportion just to make it sound better?
Well, there's two sides to every coin. I think you have to put a lot of yourself into it, depending upon what kind of music you're making, and you also have to put something in there for your audience. There's a saying, I used to have 4 friends that I would play things for, and we would just sit around and play each other our own music. And there was this saying, don't let your cousins kill you, because, your friends will tell you, oh, that's a great song, it's really great. And it might not be, you might need to add more things to it in order to reach a broader audience. And I think about that now more that I'm getting older, and I feel like, you know what, I'd like for more people to hear this music, But at the same time, that can be equated to selling out, or it can be equated to just truly learning how to write a good song. So I think that if you go through and you write a song and you pack all this stuff into it, and you feel that it's something special, then you should let people hear it.
That's awesome.
That is a good
Hopefully
philosophy.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, that made total sense.
Yeah. Kevin, thanks so much for your call.
Thank you very much. Continue to inspire.
All right.
All right.
Good luck.
Easy.
All right.
Thanks. Bye.
866-305-6887 is our number. Now let's go to Craig in Ottawa, Canada. Craig, you're on with Derek and Romaine and Matt Mahaffey.
Hi, Craig.
Hey, Matt, how are you?
I'm cooling out.
Cool, awesome. Curious about these DVDs that you're working on. You shot a couple of shows recently, and
Yes.
we're all extremely excited about seeing those soon on a DVD.
Yeah, I'm kind of a backwards musician. I started out playing drums initially, but then I got into sampling, and I thought I was black for like 10 years. And I tried, I went through several awkward phases as like a rapper and, making hip-hop beats and stuff. And, at the end of the day, this show that I filmed the other night was my first acoustic show ever, like in my entire life, playing with an acoustic guitar and a piano. And it was a blast. I was so nervous and just completely scared to do it. But once I got up there, it was really amazing, and the DVD turned out great. So I'm just basically pressing them up right now after mixing them and editing all the footage and stuff. So it should be out really soon. But
you're like Mr. Multi-talented.
No, honestly, I don't read music at all. I don't even know what I'm playing. It's all by memory and just like when I'm playing a keyboard, I feel like I'm typing. Just kind of like you memorize words, and I don't know. It's a bizarre thing. I've actually thought about taking some piano lessons to learn how to read music.
I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't, because Irving Berlin didn't know how to read music either.
Yeah, but it kind of gets to be a pain in the ass after a while. You're with a group of guys, and to go to A flat, and you don't know what A flat is, and
right.
It gets a little painful.
I can imagine. All right, well, Craig from Ottawa, Canada, thanks so much for your call.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye, Craig.
I was going to say, Matt, aren't you getting enough calls here on the air?
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
No, we love it. Are you kidding?
I told all my friends not to call me right now.
Yeah.
All right. We got more phone calls, though, for you.
Believe it or
you
not.
should tell your friends that if they want to call you, they can call you here, because, we do take the personal messages on the air.
That's right. I've noticed.
Yeah, it's good. All right, Michael in Oregon, you're on with Derek and Romaine and Matt Mahaffey from sElf.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
All right.
Man, I'm a huge fan. It's been about 9 years. I've been listening ever since Subliminal Plastic Models, gotta say.
That's amazing.
Breakfast with Girls was just a fantastic album. I appreciate that more than anything.
Thank you very much. That's probably my favorite, I think, out of the lot.
Yeah, that's the question. That was one of your favorites? That was your favorite, probably?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I listen to that record, I can just, there's times where I just hear massive amounts of, what was going on in my life, and then there's other spots in the record where I just hear massive amounts of money being wasted.
It's just such a diverse, eclectic sounding album. I really like it. And all the B-sides you've given your fans, too, through the websites and stuff.
Thank you.
Great. The Brunch, I love the Brunch sampler disc. That's a real nice disc, too.
Thank you.
I'm just wondering, I know you've worked with Ken Andrews, who I'm also a huge fan of, and I'm just wondering how you two actually met up initially.
We actually met at a Failure show in Nashville, Tennessee, and I went back to meet him because I was a big fan, and he happened to have my record in his CD player, so we kind of hit it off. And when I was doing Breakfast with Girls, I emailed him, and just to see if he was interested in working together, and he was. So he came to Tennessee, and then shortly after that, he did his On record, Shifting Skin, and flew me out to L.A., and now I live like right down the street from him.
Oh, wow.
So we've done a bunch of stuff. He's actually working on some new On material, as far as I know.
Yeah, you keep in touch. You've heard Year the Rabbit, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those On records, too. I talked to him at an in-store he did up here in Portland, and I was just like beaming after that. I like shook his hand. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, you two probably my two favorite musicians. I just want to say I appreciate your music, and I can't wait to hear Ornament and Crime, however it gets out.
Right on. Thank you very much.
And Derek Romaine, you do a great show.
Well,
thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for your call, Michael.
We do a great show because we just let the fans chit-chat with Matt Mahaffey. It's like, whatever, we're just going to let you chit-chat with him.
Do you guys have a theme song for your show?
We do right now, yeah.
Does it say what kind of style is the music?
Derek.
Well, actually, it's like it wasn't written for our show. We like to play Steve and Edie doing "This Could Be the Start of Something."
Because we both want to be big stars.
We love that song.
Oh, all right.
But
I could put you together a tag,
Oh, really?
We'd love that.
Oh my God, that'd be great. Because you actually do lots of stuff like that. You did the Expedia commercial.
I did do that.
I love you.
I know, you're incredibly talented. All right, we're going to have more with Matt Mahaffey coming up. In the meantime, go to his website, selfmusic.net, or call us at 866-305-6887 here on Derek and Romaine.
Derek Hartley, Romaine Patterson, Derek and Romaine on Sirius outq 149.
I'm Derek Hartley.
Hey, I'm Romaine.
Danglin' Dan is with us as well, and joining us from Hollywood, USA is Matt Mahaffey. His band, sElf, you can get more information about on the web at selfmusic.net. He's also a musician and engineer.
And he's as popular as us.
He's possibly more.
All right.
I don't know. We had how many phone calls did we have before you joined us? We had like 45 phone calls before you got here, but we did have a couple of hours head start. But Matt is definitely giving us a run for our money, and if you would like to talk to him, I'd get those calls going right now because we've already got some people holding. 866-305-6887. Matt, let's go to somebody you may already know.
Uh-oh.
Brad in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania.
All right.
You're on with Derek and Romaine.
Hey, Matt. How you doing?
Hey, Brad.
You know who this is? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we've never actually spoken together.
No, we haven't.
What?
Brad runs selfies.com, the only thread of hope for self on the internet.
Oh, a fan site.
Yes, but it's a community. It's a beautiful thing.
It's a really great collection of fans, very cool people. We have a great discussion board that's extremely active.
We can tell.
I'm sure a lot of people who are listening now get to hear my voice for the first time. And I figured, what better place to connect with Matt for the first time than a gay call-in show?
Sure, right? We're not just a gay call-in show. We're a dirty call-in show.
That is true. First and foremost, we are dirty.
Filthy.
I'm not going to talk that way.
That's okay.
That's
We
okay.
understand.
You don't have to.
I'm also the unhippest self fan ever. I'm a 38-year-old stay-at-home dad, so it's a
What's wrong with that?
it's a diverse community.
Excellent.
And yeah, sort of wanted to say hi to Matt and see if there's. I've told Matt in an email before that he has covered one of my favorite songs of all time, which unfortunately is not for release, but he did the Archie's Sugar Sugar.
Yes, I did.
And I wanted to see if there's any other good covers in the works.
There's a lot in the vault, but there's not really a lot that I would release. Sometimes I like to do, kind of case studies on songs with sounds that I like, and I'll just record them. It's kind of a Carl Wallinger from World Party exercise.
Right.
Because he's probably recorded every Beatles song ever.
Yeah, I have Penny Lane.
What's that?
I have his version of Penny Lane, which I know he did as sort of a study.
Yeah. So I just kind of I like to record some songs, and some kids have gotten a hold of that. For instance, the Fat Man and Dancing Girl by Suzanne Vega was on the internet for a while, and that was never meant to be heard by anyone else's ears but my own. But it's just kind of an exercise in recording, and it definitely teaches you a lot about certain sounds that you like and how to get them. It's just kind of an exercise, you know.
Yeah. And I think the breadth of covers that you've done show sort of wide interests that you have, and the same with the fans. Like I said, if people come to the board, they're fans of all different kinds of music.
Mm-hmm. Right, and it's a great thing, but it's also a curse. The only person I know that can make a record that is as diverse as I try to make a self record is Prince, but he just somehow marries everything together perfectly. And it makes sense. Anytime you listen to a Prince record, it could be a jazz song into a rock song into a pop song, but you always know it's Prince. You don't sit there and question, is this hip-hop or is this modern rock or is this... I'm just so confused. You know what I mean? It's like you're never confused with Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of us would feel the same way about you. I know you.
Well, thank you very much. That means more to me than anything
I know it does.
anyone can say.
All right. Well, Brad, thanks so much for your call.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Glad to connect, Matt. We'll talk again sometime.
No doubt.
All right. Bye.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yep. That's what we're here for.
I know, it's true. Now
Bringing people together.
We're bringing Matt Mahaffey together with all of his fans.
Actually, Brad is a wonderful human being.
Well, and his website's great too, selfies.com.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, let's go now to Claudia in Los Angeles. Claudia, you're on with Derek and Romaine and
Hi,
Matt
Claudia.
Mahaffey.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, we're still here.
Hi, Matt. What's up?
I'm just cooling out. Drinking some coffee.
I think I've got stay-at-home dad beat because I've got a 19-year-old daughter, and we're both fans of sElf.
That's great.
That's pretty cool.
The reason when my daughter first heard you, this was a few years ago, a friend of hers ran over to our home. We were in West Palm Beach, Florida at the time, and, it was like, oh, my God, you've got to hear this. And my daughter played it over and over and over and over and over. It drove me crazy. And after listening to it, it made me feel like I was watching a Cubist painting, It was so off-centering. And as I kept listening, though, I kept realizing that this was brilliance and this was unique and this is what music should be. And we absolutely love you. But I tell you, I've tried to find through websites where we can go to see you, both of us, because I know occasionally you show up at like 21 and over clubs in L.A.
I do.
But we're out here just, briefly, and I want to find out where we can both come and see the band.
Well, I don't have any shows scheduled right now, but I'm thinking about doing a solo tour. So perhaps, you can just, I'll play wherever you want me to play.
Play somewhere where a 19-year-old can go. I think that's what she's telling you.
Well,
I'll do that. I'll do that.
If you come here to New York, you can play in our beautiful studios in Rockefeller Center.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, they're pretty stunning.
And then you can hear it right here on our show.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I'll do it.
That sounds wonderful. Ultimately, don't give up the effort to be unique, and not the effort, but don't give up your uniqueness, because eventually it will be, the standard, and you're way ahead of everybody, and that's what's so good about the band and about your foresight in music, I think, and the combination of so many different styles and making it unique, all your own. And this is what makes sElf. So don't change that. The only thing I would suggest is that we need to see you occasionally. We need to hear more about you, because that's how you get known. And, it's kind of cool that you're mysterious, but at the same time, you're only going to have a small following if you do that. And
well, hey, now, he's here right now.
I know, and he's got a lot of people calling, so he's got a big, small following. But, he's, as you said, DreamWorks is shooting his ideas down on occasion, and don't just screw them and go elsewhere, if you have to. But just get yourself out there and let people know more about you. I mean, we have turned out probably 200 people onto sElf. I'm serious. We have burned. Oh, should I say that? Burned your CD. We can't find your CDs. It's hard. We look every time we're in a new town. We try to find new sElf CDs and can't find them.
Right.
So we end up burning the heck out of them. And my daughter is online with different people. I mean, she likes a lot of different music, as do I. But really, you're her favorite band. And she occasionally makes new friends on the internet who are also sElf fans, and they share the music. So because I can't find it.
Well, they go to Brad's website, selfies.com, and you'll find everything. I mean, it's a potpourri of events over at Brad's place. So
wonderful.
All right.
Well, we'll try that.
Well, Claudia, thanks so much for your call.
Thanks, Claudia.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for your kind words.
Oh, you're welcome. Bye.
All right, bye.
She
And
made me
probably,
giggle.
Matt, we could spend a few moments mentioning that DreamWorks closed their record division, and which was unrelated to your band, obviously.
Right.
except
I mean,
that you're on the label.
The doors closed basically the day after we were done with our album.
Yeah, that is
on the
rough.
cover of R&R, which is fine. I still love all the people that were there, and a lot of people really pushed for us. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like a relief, solely because now I can find alternate ways to get my music out there and not have to get it approved by committee.
Right.
And
That's
honestly, in this day and age where you have the internet and these major labels can't dangle the distribution carrot in front of your nose anymore, it's actually it's a really great thing. So
yeah, a lot of amazing stuff is happening with independent
it is.
people.
It is, and I'm just I'm just trying to figure out which avenue I want to pursue and with what material I want to pursue it with. So
Well, terrific. Well, Matt, can you stick around for a few more minutes?
I sure can.
All right, we got more of your phone calls at 866-305-6887 for Matt Mahaffey. And also, if you want to be our mystery trucker for the fucking truckin' CB game, seriously, you can call us at 866-305-6887. Yeah, Matt wants to write a theme song for that, too. All right. He's already got something dancing in his head, I can tell. All right, more with Matt Mahaffey coming up next here on Derek and Romaine.
Derek Hartley, Romaine Patterson, Derek and Romaine on Sirius outq 149.
This is Derek Hartley along with Romaine Patterson, Danglin' Dan, and with us from Hollywood, USA, it's everyone's favorite sElf band member, Matt Mahaffey. Matt, you're getting a lot of phone calls.
That's insane.
And believe me, Romaine was dying to get the dish on Pink, but it'll have to wait for another day because we've got more calls.
No, shut up. You
Romaine's
can't do that to
obsessed.
me.
She's obsessed with Pink.
I totally want to sleep with Pink. Do you think it's possible?
I think anything's possible.
Okay.
Because she's hot, and I think she'd sleep with girls.
Yeah, I don't think she'll. I've actually when I was working on her album, I never met her, but I met her at a club one night, and I guess it was I had been drinking a lot, and there was like this huge killer Mercedes that pulled up, and all these really hot girls got out of it, and then like this, I don't know, it was like maybe a Mazda 626 that was a little older, pulled up after that, and all these really hot girls got out of it. And I was like, you know what? I made some sort of comment like, I don't know, man, girls just look hotter coming out of a Mercedes or something like that. And Pink was walking by, and she grabbed my shirt and was like, I heard that. Just kept walking. Little did I know that a year later I'd be playing on her album, and she wouldn't even know that it was me.
That's all right. You're united forever now.
Yeah, and I love you all the more because you worked on her album.
All right. Well,
she's amazing. She's amazing. Like her vocal tracks are just they're phenomenal.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I love her.
All right. Well, we only have about 4 minutes left. So, and we got 4 phone calls. So we'll make them all last 1 minute.
Okay.
First up, we'll go to Jason in L.A. And we still need a secret trucker, by the way, for our fucking truck and CB game. Jason, you're on with Derek and Romaine and Matt Mahaffey.
Thanks. I'll make it quick. I was just wondering about if Matt has a beef with Alanis Morissette.
I did have a beef with Alanis Morissette, and my friend Seth Timms has a band called Fluid Ounces, and you should seek out a record called Big Notebook for Easy Piano. He has a song in there called Spill Your Brains. It's beautiful. It's all about Alanis Morissette. It kind of sums it all up.
Okay.
All right. I love it when
Excellent.
It's like that.
All right.
Go
Thanks
find
for your
this
call.
song. You'll know the story.
I know. Now let's go to Eric in Ontario. You're on with Derek and Romaine and Matt Mahaffey from Self.
Hey, good to hear from you.
You too.
I have a question for you. When you write a song, do you ever just sit down and write it? It just comes out and in a few minutes, and that's the end of it.
I wish, I wish that I could say that I do that. Honestly, for me, it's I can equate it to building a house. I just start with something small, a particular sound or a particular idea or feel, and then I just build everything until it's a proper structure. And I write songs by recording them. I don't write them on an acoustic guitar and then go record them later. It's like when I write a song, it's recorded at that moment.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I can't do that. What you're doing, I write it, and if I try and work on it, it just gets worse.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're ever if you ever do your solo tour, like you said, and you decide to come to do a few shows in Canada, you should look into playing at Call the Office in London, Ontario.
Okay.
Great venue. Pretty small, but it's really cool. You should check it out. CallTheOffice.com.
I'll check it out.
All right.
The only problem with Canada is I always get stuck at the border because I got a DUI when I was 18.
Oh, that's awkward.
Oh, shit.
All right. Eric, thanks for your call.
Thanks, Eric.
Thanks.
Bye. Eric ate into a little of Miles' time from Nashville. Miles, you're on with Derek and Romaine and Matt Mahaffey.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, I think I'm going all the way back to the early Self records here. I've never got the courage to say hi to Matt in person, though. But anyway, I just wanted to briefly say that Breakfast with Girls was such a fantastic record.
Thank you so much, Miles.
And there's no reason on earth that it couldn't have been both a fantastic record from a critical perspective and, from a sales perspective. There's no reason that thing couldn't have sold 3 or 4 million records. And, balancing those two things was such a great thing. And I wanted to let you know somebody appreciates the accomplishment you made with that record.
Thank you very much.
All right.
That means a lot.
Thanks for your call.
You're welcome.
All right. Now, quickly, Tom in Seattle, Washington.
It's got to be quick.
Very quick. Tom, you've got 20 seconds.
All right. Well, I have to agree with the last caller. I think that Breakfast with Girls was fantastic. In fact, that was the first time I heard actually any Self. I heard It All Comes Out in the Wash. It was my very first song on college radio. And after that, I got into the rest of the songs. And a few years later, I find myself working in a big faceless corporation right now. And just by chance, I had Subliminal Plastic Motives on my desk one day. And the guy that works right next door to me walked by, and it was just fantastic after he saw that. He, turns out we were both longtime Self fans. He gave me some Sponge Bath and Self stickers in exchange for my letting him borrow Gizmodgery for a week.
Great.
We spent the next few days comparing notes on all of our favorite bands. I mean, it's not the kind of thing you get when and two Limp Bizkit fans find each other.
Right. All right. Well, Tom, we got to go because we're right up against the news.
All right.
So
Please include Seattle in the solo tour, though.
Okay.
I will.
Thanks for letting me call.
All right. Matt Mahaffey, thanks so much for being with us. You can go to selfmusic.net for more information. We'll have you back on the show real soon.
You guys are the best.
All right. And now let's go to Tim Curran with the Advocate OQ News. Go to Tim Curran with the Advocate OQ News. Go to Tim Curran with the Advocate OQ News. Go to Tim Curran with the Advocate OQ News. Go to Tim Curran with the